All right, our homemade mac and cheese requires minimal ingredients. The lineup we got here today are elbow macaroni noodles. You can also use shells, any type of noodle that's going to trap that cheese inside. For our cheese sauce, we've got a combination of Velveeta cheese. This makes our cheese sauce nice and creamy. And then any cheese you like. So I've grabbed a New York sharp cheddar cheese from the store, and I'm going to grate this up. The first thing you want to do is bring 4 cups of water to a rapid boil. Don't lift that lid up until you see the steam trying to escape. Next, you're adding 1.5 cups of macaroni noodles. This will cook up to 3 cups of cooked pasta noodles. So I'm setting my timer for 7 minutes because we want these noodles to cook till al dente. The first step to making our cheese sauce is adding 1 cup of milk. You can use whole milk. I'm using 2% milk today, and 1 tablespoon of butter. So you're going to set your burner on medium-low heat, around 5 for my burner, and you want to keep an eye on this. Before we start to add our cheeses, we want our butter to melt into our milk. So I'm just going to stir it every so often, and as I'm over here, I'm gonna check on my noodles and stir them as well. So making sure the noodles aren't sticking to the bottom of the pot. So while my butter and my milk are melting in our saucepan, I'm going to be grating our cheddar cheese. So one of my favorite reasons why I love to make homemade mac and cheese is because you can do a combination of whatever cheeses you like. For my mac today, I'm using sharp New York cheddar cheese for our 4 ounces. The other 4 ounces of cheese, I'm going to tell you guys, they have got to be Velveeta if you want a creamy cheese sauce. Yes, this isn't real cheese. You're not going to find it in the refrigerated section of your grocery store, but it helps make our cheese sauce nice and creamy. As I'm grating up this cheese, we're going to talk about pre-shredded cheese. This is also an option. This saves a ton of time. You don't have to break out your grater. However, this pre-shredded grated cheese has something in it called powdered cellulose, and that helps the pre-shredded cheese not clump together in the bag. So if you're making some type of cheese sauce, nacho cheese, mac and cheese, for example, and you want your cheese to be super creamy, melted, I would recommend grating your own. And quick tip, at the store, a block of cheddar cheese is a lot cheaper than the pre-shredded stuff. All right, so after your butter and your milk has heated up in our saucepan, you're going to add your 4 ounces of Velveeta cheese. So pro tip, the Velveeta cheese comes in a block. You don't need to grate this, but I would recommend that you cut it into little cubes. They help melt a little faster in your saucepan. All right, 7 minutes has passed with our noodles boiling, and I'm going to take one out to do a quick little taste test to make sure it is cooked through till al dente. So you want to be careful. This is really hot. It just came out of boiling water, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't forget. So you kind of want to let it sit a little on your stove or countertop. Maybe blow on it. And that is perfect. All right, kitchen safety tip, always pour your pot of boiling water away from you. Be careful of the steam can burn. So you just want to be mindful of your face as you're draining your noodles. After our Velveeta cheese has melted into our butter and milk mixture, we're ready to add our grated cheese. So if you are using the pre-grated cheese, you'll want to use a whole cup of that cheese. If you are using the block, 4 ounces. All right, so as you are melting your cheese, you don't want this to come to a rapid boil. So if that's the case, go ahead and turn your burner down to low, medium heat, around the 3. And you're going to want to continue to mix this with a spoon, scraping the bottom of your saucepan to make sure that no cheese is sticking. After all of your cheese has melted and we have this nice thick cheese sauce in our saucepan, we're ready to add our noodles. So I'm going to turn this down to low heat, and I'm going to carefully spoon out our noodles into this cheese sauce. So after I added my noodles, this is looking a little bit like soup. So you want to have these noodles kind of sit and absorb your cheese sauce for anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes and thicken up for us. So stay tuned. We're gonna let this sit for about 4 minutes and come back to see how it thickened up for us. 4 minutes has passed and you can see just how much thicker our mac and cheese has become. We are ready to dig in. So this is just a basic mac and cheese recipe, but you can dress this up as much as you want. I have added bacon bits to my mac and cheese. We have played around with the cheese combinations like I said earlier. If you want a heartier dish, you could add some chicken to this mac and cheese, maybe some hot sauce, get some buffalo chicken action going on. So I also like to add a little bit of salt and pepper to my mac as well. Kind of helps enhance our flavors. We didn't add any salt prior to making our cheese sauce, so you can add it to your liking. And there we have it, a beautiful bowl of macaroni and cheese, better than Kraft.